This week's Tip of the Week is brought to you by Warren Industries.
Tires and wheels are definitely one of the most popular aftermarket accessories out there, and a lot of times people will buy a new ATV or a side-by-side and they want to change out their tires and wheels, and I know that's what we do. The first thing we do is get our ITP tires and wheels on there, and we change out to maybe a more aggressive mud tire or maybe a more mid-level trail riding tire. Depending on how we're going to be riding, depends on what kind of tire we're going to run. Now this can be a little bit difficult, especially when you have to run it to your local dealer and have them change out sets of tires all the time, and it can get expensive. Well, fortunately for us, a couple years ago we found this new product called a BeadBuster, and at that time it was brand new. They had one model to choose from. It was the XB-450. Fast forward now, a couple years later, they've got a whole bunch of models to choose from. They've got everything from the 450 all the way up to the brand new big dog XB-550. The BeadBuster lineup includes the XB-450, which is the original BeadBuster and is still one of the most popular ones on the market today. And then they also went with an XB-455, which is pretty much the same as the 450, but this is an overseas made version and has a little bit better price point to it. Now, if you have reinforced rims, you might want to look at the XB-451. This version is more of an all-purpose version. It has a couple different clamp styles it comes with. It has a round style or a flat style. So if you're doing just regular wheels or you're doing reinforced ATV or side-by-side rims, the XB-451 will get the job done. Now, I would have to say for us, up until the release of the XB-550, the XB-454 Pro Series was definitely our go-to. This version is much more heavy-duty. It's 2 times stronger. It's great for pro mechanics or race teams, and it comes with a couple different style clamps. It has extra hardware. This is definitely the Mac Daddy of the small frame BeadBusters, and the best part, it comes with a 3-year warranty. The newest addition to the BeadBuster lineup is the heavy-duty XB-550. This is the biggest and baddest BeadBuster to date. This thing will do everything from a 9-inch ATV wheel all the way up to your big farm tractors, your heavy-duty trucks, military vehicles. I know a lot of guys that could use this thing out on the Jeep Jamborees, the rock bouncers, the rock crawlers. When you're out in the middle of nowhere and you get a flat tire, believe me, the XB-550 would definitely come in handy. I'm going to show you how easy it is to break the bead on this 37-inch Nitto Trail Grappler truck tire with the BeadBuster XB-550. Now, when it comes to truck tires, this is definitely bigger than your stock tire. It has a 20-inch wheel, the tire's a 37-inch tire, and this is off of our F250. So let me show you how easy it is with the XB-550. The first thing we're going to do is remove the valve gut out of the valve stem, so that way we get all the air out of the tire. After I have the air out, I'm going to take a little bit of spray lube and I'm going to put it around the bead. That way it helps everything kind of get seated and move a little bit better, because what you're going to do next is you're going to take this foot on your BeadBuster and you're going to put it down in here. You might have to use your foot, especially on a tire like this where it has a bit of a bead, a sidewall, and you're just going to get your foot seated in there just like that. And then you'll take your impact with your 15/16 socket, and you'll run that foot right in there. And then the next thing you'll do is put it on the top. And you'll run that foot down, and your bead is broke. That's all there is to it. That's a 37-inch truck tire, and the BeadBuster XB-550 busted it right off there the first shot. This was a 37-inch truck tire off of our F250, and the XB-550 popped it right off. Now, the nice thing about the 550 is you can use it on something as small as a 9-inch ATV wheel. And the other BeadBusters pretty much work the same way. They just don't do the big giant tires and wheels like the 550 will do. Use an impact wrench with a socket, use a couple tire irons and some lube, and you'll pop your tire right off. For those of you that are do-it-yourselfers and love to save money, the BeadBuster is one tool that's got to be in your toolbox. Well, folks, that's all the time we have this week. Thanks a lot for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check us out on Facebook or FishersATVWorld.com. And until next week, ride on and keep it real.